Tequila Talk Tuesday.
Tequila Talk Tuesday.
Episode 2 of 2022. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
All right.
Hashtag win the day. Thank you, Andy Frisella.
Seriously, I'm like I was saying before. I think Andy Frisella is going to make a huge appearance on all of these because on not all of them, on the most recent ones, because Jenna is feeling inspired and driven and motivated, and that kind of is what we want to talk about today. Is winning the day and changing the narrative about your mindset about when it comes to Okay, the episode
207, I think it was, of Andy Frisella's Real AF podcast is, I think I listened to it for the first time last week, and I shared it to my story. It just was absolute fire, and it motivated me for Tequila Talk, for all the things in my life. And I think it might be like, I might have to listen to it at the start of all of my workouts just to fucking fire me up.
I like it.
Because it was good.
It was New Year, New Me, but he actually basically said the fuck you to that statement right there. Because, what did he say? He said, like, on social media, he had been watching all these people saying, New Year, New Me, can't wait to see what 2022 brings me, can't wait to see what life brings me in 2022, and he just basically said that those are all bullshit statements, because if you're waiting for something to happen, it's never going to happen. Life does not give you things, you create them. So we wanted to talk about changing the narrative to saying, I'm so excited to challenge myself this year. I'm so excited to see what I create this year, rather than waiting for something that inevitably is not going to happen, because you have to put in the work.
And we talk about visualization, manifestation a lot, but that means nothing if you're just sitting at home doing
You have to take
nothing.
The inspired action that goes along with it. It's a two-way street, because one of my coaches actually says, she's like, you can manifest about seeing a pink elephant in your living room. You can feel it, and you can really visualize it being there. When you open your eyes, it's not gonna fucking be there. It's not gonna magically happen unless you go out and suddenly go, oh, there's a pink elephant sitting right there, maybe I should get it, and then it's gonna be in your living room, right? Like, it's gonna, like, life is going to put opportunities in your way, but unless you take the action to actually make them happen and create them for yourself, they're never gonna happen.
So I think the topic today is we wanted to talk about changing the narrative, winning the day, like focus on your day-to-day actions and your daily wins, which we've talked about many times, but just really reinforcing it in people. Like, you have to take a moment to be like, was today a success? Yes or no? And focus on getting 1% better every single day. Because if you do that for 365 days of the year, you are going to be in a better place.
100.
And that's where I am writing down everything. Like, I have a goal that I want to hit before I go to Europe in April. And that's like 100 days away or less than that. And so I'm tracking every fucking day. So if I'm not where I want to be before I go to Europe, in all aspects of my life, I'll have no one else to blame but myself. If I look back and be like, oh, well, I didn't hit my goal that day, I didn't do it this day, that's going to be the result of it. And so, I don't, the worst feeling is feeling like you could have done more, and knowing that you could have done more and that you didn't. And that's kind of how I felt reflecting on this past year, is I could have done better. I could have done better. And it was...
But like, still not beating yourself up about it, because you did do a lot.
Yeah, but I could have done better. And so that's my fuel. Like, that's my fire, because I know that I can do more. And Andy talks about it, like, it's awful to, like, leave shit on the table. And that's also, like, knowing I could have done more, but looking at the other hand and celebrating the wins.
Yes.
Because during 2020, I think it was the first lockdown, I I don't think my sister did it with me. Maybe we talked about it. But anyways, I made vision boards. And people, you can knock it if you don't like it. I don't really fucking care, but I love vision boards.
Yeah.
And so I made these vision boards, and they have been in my get ready rooms in the morning. And so, you know, I look at them every single day. And maybe it's not, you know, like sitting staring at them for 5 minutes, but I do look at them every day. And so, and I also last year I made like a goal vision board. It was like written out, I guess. Yeah. So I had an image one and then a written one. And so I was setting up my written one for 2022, and I replace, and this is what Andy talked about, I don't say I hope to do these things. I say I will do these things. I will be in my goal, health, and body. I will, like, all these things. I say I will do them, and I repeat them, and I say them out loud in the morning when I'm working out. Anyways, reflecting back on my 2020 vision boards, my 2021 written goals, I didn't achieve all of them, but I have made things that I know I'm going to do there because I made conscious. Well, it's almost like it was subconscious. Like I saw opportunities and I just started seizing them because they are going to be what gets me there in the future.
Okay, I need to jump in because so I have done like I talked about on last episode, I've done a lot of mindset work when it comes to, you know, feeling good and while I was doing all this research, I came across a doctor, and I'm going to post about him because he's actually my new favorite human. He talks about subconscious programming. So he's a neurologist, and he's a neurologist. He's got his PhD in like brain function and all this stuff. Like, so he understands like the synapses and all the firings and stuff like that. Well, but basically what he says is we've got, we have 3 stages of our consciousness. We have conscious, subconscious, and unconscious. And basically, when we're awake, this is our conscious mind right here. And when we're making decisions, when we're talking, this is our conscious mind. So the programming that's going in the back of our mind is our subconscious programming. That's what basically helps us make all of these decisions. Well, what if you could? If you're wanting to manifest something and you want to talk, and you're like, I want to get to my fittest, I want to achieve all these goals, I know, but you that's your conscious mind wanting these things. But if your subconscious mind is a scarcity mindset, a lack of money, you're never going to meet those things because your subconscious programming isn't matching up to your conscious. What if you could make your conscious choices, your conscious wants, your subconscious programming? And what you did with reading your vision boards every day, looking at them, reading all your lines, is you basically are retraining your subconscious programming to see those opportunities so you can consciously make that decision. So you're based on you doing all of that and reading them every day, you are reprogramming your subconscious to consciously make those decisions, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, right? I've heard it, and I've heard this on other podcasts of people talking about it, and again with visualization, like you can't just say it and speak it into existence. There is a connection that you have to truly believe that. Yep. And
repetition is key. So if you can keep doing it, even if you're making that conscious effort, even of sitting and visualizing, but if you're doing it every day, what happens? You're automatically going to start seeping into that subconscious, so you can start making those decisions.
Yeah, on one of the podcasts, I think it was Ed Marlette, he had a doctor, and I guess it's actually like it's scientifically proven, I guess, that if you speak these things rather than just thinking them, they're more likely to happen too. Because
you're doing both at the same time. Yeah. You're thinking about it and you're speaking it. Yes.
Yeah. Yep. So it's wild. And so looking at my boards, there was so I would probably say about half the stuff. Half of it has happened, or I've made it's like in the process of being
which
done.
Is leaps and bounds ahead of all of the of everybody that said that they're going to do things and then they haven't happened. So the fact that you can look back on your vision board and be like, done, check, awesome. I feel like that just gives you more fuel, more fire, and more belief that you are going to be able to achieve what you want, because hey, you knocked off half of it. Let's say, who's to say you can't knock off the rest of it plus more?
And that's where it is kind of crazy, because these people that I look up to, they always say, I have to be careful what I think about because it will come to life.
Yes.
And I 100%
I am not that I'm afraid of my mind, but at the same time, kind of be afraid of your mind, of what you think. Like, be very, very, I love the word conscious today. Be very, very conscious about what you think about and what you speak about. That's like, there's a girl that I follow, her name's Kathrin Zenkina, and she does Manifestation Babe. And she always talks about, we hear this in the world, what you give out, you're going to get back. So she is very, very aware of how she talks about other people, about herself, about, she makes conscious, she does not talk trash about anybody. Like, she just won't, because what she gives out, she's going to get back. And I have definitely tried to adopt that. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you're just frustrated and you have an opinion about somebody and you just need to get it out of your system. But she's the type of person that, I just admire her for doing that. So I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, it was a nice moment too. And like I said, it was like a double-edged sword, because I knew I could have done more and done better. And so this year I have very high goals and I am going to do it. But at the same time, I also wanted to celebrate the stuff that I did do. And I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool. So if I really nail down exactly what I want, then I know it's going to come. And I made those in 2020. And it's like, some of it happened in 21. Some of it happened even this month.
But it still happened. So that's where I think, to some people, there's no magic way to get there. Like, it's going to happen if you're making efforts every single day and taking action every single day towards your goals.
And it's repetition, it's consistency, and people can try to sell you on freaking shortcuts, and it's just not. I'm sorry, there's one way to do it, and that's just,
you have to put in the work. I hate the word grind, and I hate the word hustle, but honestly, it's choosing every single. My girlfriend said this the other day, and I loved it. She said, every day is a fresh start to make better decisions. And I'm like, well, fuck, man. Because if you're constantly waiting for a Monday, if you're constantly waiting for yourself to be ready, if you're constantly waiting to be financially set up, it's never going to happen. You're never going to be ready to start the business of your dreams. You're never going to be ready to have kids. You're never going to be ready to buy a house. You're just never going to be ready. It doesn't matter if you think that you have all your ducks in a row. Something is never going to be ready, and you're going to be waiting your entire life. So why not start now? Jump in with both feet. See what happens.
Yes. Yep.
Well, I just think even with the business that I'm building, I definitely procrastinated because, and I said, because of imposter syndrome, because I didn't have enough research, because I didn't have enough this, I didn't have enough this. And like I said, I've been working a lot on my mindset to be able to come to grips with the fact that I do have a lot to offer. I do have a lot to teach. I do, and I have women tell me on a daily at this point how inspiring they feel when I do post my things. And I'm just like, so why the fuck am I waiting? Yeah. Why? There's literally nothing stopping me but me.
Yeah.
Seize the day, man. Win the day. Hashtag
win the day. Thank
win
you,
the day.
Andy Frisella.
Yes. I like it. Okay.
Is that a wrap?
I think that's a wrap on this one. I like it.
I like the short. I honestly, I feel like I like the short and sweet. If sometimes they're longer, sometimes they're shorter. I really don't care.
It depends on how we're feeling in the moment and how inspired we are to keep on talking. Because I feel like just sometimes we get to a wrap and it's perfect.
Well, and I feel with important keys like this and with the last one, what you would tell your younger self and focusing on winning the day and your day-to-day actions. Yeah. There's not much to it. It needs to be short and sweet. Yeah. Just fucking
And we're not going to sit here and tell you your daily routines, this is what you should do, this is what you should be doing every day. That's not us. We're going to tell you what we do, and if you find inspiration from it, and you feel okay, well, I'm going to go and try what they did, or I'm going to start writing things down, and we're going to, that's what we're here for. We're not here to change, well, I want to change the world.
But too, educate, the people that I look to, the podcasts that I listen to, the books that I read, the same stuff that you do. It's nice to share that too, because sometimes people don't know and they're looking for new books, they're looking for new podcasts, they're looking for new people to listen to, and so we can just share what we're going through.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I like it.
Well, that's cheers and a wrap up to a very successful second episode of Tequila Talk Tuesday. I feel like we are set up.
We're set up. We need to get some guests on this bish.
Yeah.